So many of us are always interested to find out what is the relationship between law and economics. So this is an introduction to law and economics, and here we have developed, and this is with my students, the concept. So let us start thinking about it. What is the relationship between law and economics? If you think about economics, economics deals with scarcity of resources, allocation of resources, rationality of choice, distribution of income. Economics looking at it, concepts of utility is part of it, resource scarcity, GDP, production, cost, investment, think about inflation, economic growth, inequality, poverty analysis. So these are all part of economics. And you might wonder, where is this link, this particular thing is linked at all, if it is with law. Let's go to the law, and if you look into the law as such, you will find out law deals with many different kinds of law. There are tort law dealing with compensation, injury. There are civil law dealing with human rights, different kinds of rights. Labor law dealing with rights. Corporate law dealing with corporate owners, business operation regulations. There are also environment law dealing with environmental regulations. There are criminal law dealing with crimes. There are also human rights law, as I mentioned, constitutional law, for example. All these are part of the law. So there is almost like a divide between law and economics. Economics deal with one issue and law deals with a completely different issue. One of my students was talking about it, and they said economics deals with policy, and whereas law deals with enforcement. So one is more like a designing something, and one is what is enforcing. So if you really think about it, where is this relationship? Answer, there are many different answers, but the way I look into it is that law and economics all are linked with two key economic concepts or legal concepts which are linked. For example, economics, with all its analysis, deals with human behavior. It wants to create incentives for people to do and not to do some things. So economists talk about creating regulation to change human behavior. Law also does the same thing. It deals with enforcing regulation to change human behavior. The second thing, they are common in both of them. Economics deals with human welfare. All of the economic discussion is to increase human welfare. What kind of regulation structure are there? What kinds of institutional structure there should be designed in order to make sure that human welfare increases? Law does the same thing. If a criminal is punished under the law, human welfare increases. Society believes that this increases human welfare. But then they are two separate disciplines. So when you study law and economics, what is the key issue that we talk about it? The way I look into it is that law is not fixed. It always changes. And question is, why does it change? There are many issues, there are many rights that once was legal, now it is illegal. Look at the current issue related to the civil rights or black rights. There are rights that were never recognized, and for not recognizing, people were rewarded, given different kinds of social or political uh, honorary degrees, honorary names. So all of them are there. At the same time, if you think about it, compared to today's world, they violated the legal standards. So question that happens, that law changes. What is legal today may not be legal tomorrow. Best another example that I can see in today's world, only a few months ago, Europeans, in particularly France, decided to enforce a law and say if any woman in particular cover their faces, he or she will be punished. She will be punished for punished with financial regulation, and punishment was almost 500. It only took 6 months to change the whole law. What is the new law? that if you do not cover your face in public places, you will be punished. So I'm giving you the idea that law changes. And as the law changes, the question comes, how do you design better law? Law changes because society is better off with the new conditions. Society changes, and as the society changes, situation changes, we need to change the law. In law and economics, the primary objective of discussion should be, and I believe it is what it is, that it should discuss how do you change a law, how to design a law that will maximize social welfare. And that is particularly very important for economics and law. Thank you very much.
Please subscribe to this channel to receive updates on new videos.